Hello YouTube. Here are some tips on how to improve your R&B and hip hop kind of playing. Today we're going to be using this chord progression I came up with. I'm going to post it up on YouTube now. Okay, let me just go over the chords here. G minor 11, F over A, B flat major 7, E flat major 7, C minor 7, I'll add the 9 for this one. B flat with the D, E flat major 7, major 9, and then an F sharp fully diminished. Okay, so we're going to be using this chord progression for the tips that I'd like to give to you guys. So one thing that I like to do when I'm improvising over a chord progression is I use what I call a little turnaround. It's a 4-note turnaround, and for this example, let me just use the first 2 measures. So the G minor 11 and then the F with the A and the bass. So I'll choose 4 notes. Let me just play it and then I'll show you. So what I'll do, wherever I'm choosing to begin the line, I'll choose 4 notes, having the second note be the focus. Or sorry, the 4th note be the focus. And so what ends up happening is I'll play them like this. And this top note, it's almost like a grace note. And in fact, I actually almost played at the same time with the second notes. Almost. So it ends up creating this kind of vocal like line. You'll have to sit down and practice this to get it kind of clean and so that it sounds that way, you know. Now, where you choose to put this 4-note little turnaround, it's going to be up to you and the harmony and different other things. But that's what I do like to use that, and so I'd like to find places where I can really implement that into my playing. Okay, so that's the first one. Oh, and with that one, you can double that with your left hand. And what I like to do is just not do the grace note down here. So sometimes that can fill up the line a little bit more. Okay, so that's the first one. The other thing I like to do is, and in a minute I'm going to play a backing track so that this makes sense a little bit more, but I like to put chords in between the harmonies leading to the next chord, and a lot of times it's like a 2-5 of the next chord. So in this example, and if you don't know what a 2-5-1 is, please review that somewhere on YouTube. There's thousands of videos with that. For this example, measure 3, it's a B flat major 7. That's going to an E flat major 7. But I noticed that there's a possibility there of going from B flat major 7 and then sticking a little 2-5 of E flat major 7. So I'll play something like this. Of E flat. Notice how I'm incorporating the first little tip I gave there. So you can find places where you can add like a 2-5 of the next chord, and if you go from measure 4 to measure 5, the E flat major 7 to the C minor 7, you could do the same thing. You could do it. You could put a 2/5 of C minor after the E flat. So then, now you want to. I think you'd probably want to keep this minimal. If you start adding too many chords, you kind of disrupt the spatial quality of this music. Okay, and sometimes you can even put a chord in there that doesn't fit at all. So I'm going to show you that with the backing track now. So let me turn that on, and again, it's just this 8-bar chord progression. So let me turn that on. I hope you guys can hear it. It's just in the background here. So 1 second. B flat major 7. Okay, so that's the chord progression. So let me talk about what I was talking about earlier and adding unrelated chords. So I'm going to add a chord right before the first E flat major 7. Okay, so here's the top of the form. Right here I'm going to add a different. Minor. Right here. Okay, so as you can tell, I added an E minor 9 before each E flat major 7. So find places where you can add chords that don't really fit with the harmony. In this case, they're a half step away. Okay, now let me show you the next one. Let me play it first. Here's the next step. Notice this chord. The backing track there. All I did is for the second chord, the F with the A in the bass, is I changed that chord and I changed it to a dominant chord, an altered dominant. So I just changed one note. And you hear a lot of R&B and hip hop and soul and gospel musicians play. They alter, you know, sometimes you have the freedom to alter the chord, you know, in a certain situation. So here's the beginning, and we've been playing this the whole time, right? But let's try it with this altered chord. So at times you have the freedom of changing some of the chords. So what I did is I did that on the second bar, and then I did it on the 6th bar, the B flat with the D. I added that major third, which made everything a dominant, ultra dominant. D7, sharp 9, sharp 5, or flat 13. So find places in your chord progressions where you can do this. You can take a little bit of liberty and freedom with the harmony, especially if you can add that every so often. You know, not all the time. You've been playing this the whole. Okay, so that's another one. The other one is find a blues scale. A lot of times a blues scale fits over a chord progression, especially in this style of music. So in this chord progression, you can find that the B flat blues scale fits. And then along with that, you can also find those really, my friend would say, sour notes, the ones that give you that stank face, that really can make somebody's head turn, you know, when you play that one note, you know. So I'm going to show you one of the notes that I think that applies to in this chord progression. So let me turn the backing track back on. Now, again, we said that B flat blues scale. And a lot of times you'll find that you can play a line and then go into kind of a bluesy feel out of that line. That works really nice. So here we go. Right here, maybe. I'm gonna change this next chord. So that note, that A flat, really stands out to me. Okay, let me just do one or two more chords. Get the idea. So these are a couple of pointers. And by the way, guys, if you like the content, please feel free to subscribe with notifications on. I'm going to be posting more of these kinds of videos and would love to have you guys join me. Okay, so let me just go over the points again. The 4-note turnaround. Find places where you can add that in your chord progressions. And you can do that with octaves as well, maybe leaving out the grace note in the bottom so it's clean sounding. Number 2, putting little 2-5-1s in between. In between the harmony. Okay, sometimes you can find places where an unrelated chord can fit in between the harmony as well. So right there, I just added an E minor 9 with an 11. It's just a little split second kind of thing, and it's actually a half step. But I think there are, for example, there. So back to the beginning, G minor. put an F minor 9, 11. So you can find chords that don't really fit with the harmony, but if you put a split second in between the chords, they really feel nice. Again, your slashed chords, like the F with the A and the bass, you can change those to an altered chord at times. So experiment with that. Find a blues scale that fits over your chord progressions. A lot of time it does, so sometimes it doesn't. For this one, I believe B flat blues, I think G blues works as well. There's probably others. And then really find those sour notes, as I was saying. And in order to do all this, you have to really kind of sit down and practice the chord progression in this manner. If you're able to record yourself, record a backing track and play along to it, that's really one of the best ways to do that. Well, guys, again, thanks for watching. I hope that this helps. I will be posting more videos, so again, feel free to subscribe. That'll help the old YouTube algorithm. Hit the like button, notifications on, all that good mess. Anyway, thank you guys, and see you guys next time.